Hey guys, it's Crystal. I'm sorry my video was kind of crap yesterday, but anyways, moving on from that. Today is Tuesday, so it's time for a new video. Yay! And today I'm going to be doing the first and the last tag. I could not find the very original video that this has come from. So I was searching around and I've seen it on Amber over at Nerdy Book Lovers channel. I've seen it at oh goodness, what is her name? Little Book Owl's channel. Had a brain fart. And a bunch of other people have been doing it, so I thought I would do it. Since I couldn't find the original video, I couldn't find the video with all the questions written down, so I had to make my own little sheet of paper, make it all fancy and stuff. Even though it's not at all fancy, and I can barely tell which question's which. But anyways, so here I am doing this tag. I was tagged by no one, but I just wanted to do this, so here we go. The questions are like all mixed up, so don't judge me if they're out of order. If they're out of order, I'm sorry, original person, whoever you are, because I can't find your video. Maybe you deleted your channel, I don't know. Okay, but the first question that I have on my list is audiobook or book in hand. Definitely a book in hand, because I just like to hold my books. I've gotten asked that so many times. Why don't you get a Kindle, Crystal? It's a lot cheaper to buy books if you like buying books so much. But it's not the same. And then they're like, oh, well, you're still holding the book. No, you're not. You're holding an electronic devices. Not devices. Device. I do, however, read on my iPod. Not very often, though. But book in hand. Okay, so the second question is softcover or hardback. I much prefer hardcovers, but more often than not I end up with softcovers because they're cheaper. So it just kind of happens that way. Fantasy world or real life issue? Definitely fantasy world. You have enough issues in real life as it is. I don't think that you need to read about them too unless it's for an assignment. Like I'm fine with a real life issue with like fantasy added to it, but I don't like reading nonfiction books. That makes sense. If you guys know any good nonfiction books, you can recommend them to me and maybe I'll check them out, but I don't know. Because I'm not really a nonfiction person. Okay, monster read or short and sweet? Definitely, I like my monster reads. I don't read anything like too ridiculous, like 600 pages ridiculous. But I've read 500-page books, over 500-page books in like weeks. Or Clockwork Princess, I think, is an over 500-page book, and that took me a few days. Not even. I was done with it in like 1 or 2. But that's just because that book was really intense. So if it's good, monster read. If it's not so good, then kind of in between monster read and short and sweet. But short books, I feel like if I'm going to get a short book, then I gotta get it from the library because I don't think it's worth spending my $10 on. Because I work for that money, and short and sweet reads, they take me like that because I can read like about 100 pages in an hour. So 200-page book would only take me 2 hours for $10. It's not really worth it. Okay. Kindle, iPad, or other? I would have to say other because I don't have a Kindle or an iPad. I have my iPod, which I'm filming on, but that's cool. The next question is Harry Potter or Twilight? Okay, guys, don't hate me for this. I feel like I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but I have not read at all or read and finished either of those series. Twilight, I read the first one because I was forced to, because I wanted my friend, who I don't really talk to them anymore. I wanted him to read these books. I wanted him to read The Mortal Instruments, and he said that the only way he would do that is if I tried to read the Twilight series. So I read the first one, and I thought Bella was whiny and stupid, and Edward bothered me, and Jacob bothered me, and I hated it as much as I thought I was going to hate it. And then Harry Potter, I would love to try, but I don't know if I am feeling up to buying those books. So if you guys think that I should read those, then you should tell me. Preferably not Twilight, though, because I've already given that a shot. But if you think I should read Harry Potter, then leave it in the comments below. Borrow or buy. I more often than not borrow my books, but I prefer to have them if I really, really enjoy them. So I will save up my money and try and buy that book. Like, here's a story, guys. I've reacted to this on so many people, but it makes me so angry, guys. Oh, you don't even know how angry it makes me. I have a job and I make money and things like that. So I am saving up for college. I am trying to be responsible and not spend all my money on books like I really want to. But I was waiting until I had over $400 in my bank account until I went to go to Sam's Club where they had the Unbecoming a Murder Diary. Perfectly good copy, sitting there on the shelves at Sam's Club for $6. And I'm like, I'm going to wait until I have over $400 in my bank account because I am determined, and then I'm going to take money out and then I'm going to go and buy it for $6. It's going to make me really happy because then I'll only need the second and the third one. And the third one's not even out yet. I was so excited. And I went to Sam's Club, all pumped up to buy it, and it wasn't there. Oh my goodness, guys. I went through like a little mini meltdown in the store. I had the lady run all the way back to go and check if it was there. It wasn't there. I was so upset. I almost cried because I really wanted that book. Guys, you don't even understand. I've read it, but I really want it on my shelves, looking all pretty and stuff. But I don't want to pay $10 for it. Okay, moving on. Sorry, that was a little mini rant. Action, full of action or starry-eyed romance. I much prefer action novels. I don't really care for starry-eyed romances, but then again, I haven't really read a lot. I have some Nicholas Sparks books that I have to read yet still, but if I like that one, I will let you guys know. Bookstore or online. I love going to bookstores, and I usually get all my clearance books from bookstores, but online is cheaper when you're looking at full price books. One time, standalone or trilogy/series. Definitely prefer my trilogies and series. I don't really like standalones. I feel like they end way too quickly. A lot of times, standalones, or the YA standalones that I've seen are shorter, and like I said earlier, it's not really, I don't really feel like it's worth me buying if it's like 300 pages and I can get through it in 3 hours. If I really like it. So, that's my opinion on that. Curl up in a Snuggie or bathe in the sun. I don't exactly live in curl up in Snuggie weather anymore. I live in Florida. I do not have huge season changes. So, I guess bathe in the sun. But I haven't actually done that. I've done that like twice. And that was when I had nothing else to do. Because usually when I'm home, I am not reading. Unfortunately, I'm working on homework. My cats are getting into something that I really hope that they're not getting into. Okay, the next one isn't really book related, but I thought it was kind of a cool question. I hadn't seen anyone else do it before. Hot chocolate or latte? Latte all the way. I love my coffee. It's really good. And now I have one of those nice coffee makers. So I get the little instant cups if I just press a button. But anyways, read the review or decide for yourself. It's the final question. It depends on the book. A lot of times I read the review and then I decide for myself, or just read a couple sentences of a few reviews. Like, I do that a lot on Goodreads. I'll just read the first couple sentences and look at the rating. And if it's good ratings, then I'll check it out. If it's not good ratings, then I might still check it out, but it probably won't be one of the first things that I'll get. And that's all. I tag anyone who wants to do this tag, but in addition to that, I tag Picafun and Cool Kids Can Read, because Amber's already done this tag, and those are usually the 3 people that I tag. So anyways, you guys should do this tag, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye!